A warm welcome awaits in Aidensfield, now Granada, in Heartbeat.
As the teens break for tea, it's time to reflect upon what has been a glorious afternoon's cricket.
Constable!
Yorkshire Tea, sponsoring Heartbeat, a real taste of Yorkshire.
This gives me particular pleasure to accept this cup and to take it back to Ashfordley, where I feel it's always belonged. It's been a hard-fought battle, and I extend my sympathies to the losers, and I thank you all here at Whitby for a really wonderful day's golf. Thank you very much.
Well done, Oscar.
Thank you, Jean.
There you go. Tap.
Thanks, Gina.
So, you don't see many Vincents on the roads these days.
No, that was a real man's bike. Not one of your kids' toys from Japan.
It's a nice one. Where'd you find it?
I deal in classic bikes. Buying, selling, restoring, you name it.
Much money in it?
Depends. Like any business, you gotta know what you're doing.
Gina, give us another scotch and a pint of whatever Sid's drinking.
Right.
What have I done to deserve that?
And I'll have a pint, seeing as he's paying. Thank you, Gina.
You are paying, aren't you, Claude?
Stick it on the slate.
No.
Here. Don't keep the change.
I won't. You're tuppence short.
Bring them over, will you? So come in. What are you up to, Claude? You know, Sid, I was just thinking about your old dad.
Oh, aye. What about him?
Well, whatever happened to them antique motorbikes he had?
'Cause he gets up in the morning, then he goes to work at 9, then he comes back home at 5:30, gets the same train every time. 'Cause his world is built on punctuality, it never fails. And he's all so good, and he's all so fine, and he's all so healthy in his body and his mind. He's a well-respected man about town, doing the best things so conservatively.
Ain't he turned up yet? I don't know, do I? Something's gone wrong. Oh, will you shut up? If he comes and win, I tell you, he's gonna kill us. How do? Last night for a tea. That's it, I'm off. Hey, hang on. Look, here he is. Dave, is it all right? You got it?
Not here, you silly beggar. You're Frank, right?
Yeah.
What are you scared of?
Nothing.
You scared of me? Well, you should be. You mess this up and I'll come looking for you. Both of you.
Why? You and whose army? Have you got the stuff?
Here. We split the profits 50-50. Don't let me down now.
Cause he's all so good, and he's all so fine, and he's all so healthy in his body and his mind. He's a well-respected man about town, doing the best things so conservatively.
Excuse me, Michael. You don't know me, but I overheard what you were saying about classic motorbikes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, only I think I might be able to put my hand on a Sunbeam.
Oh, yeah, Claude.
Don't worry, it's perfectly above board.
Oh, I might be interested.
Yeah, I'm sure you would, but how interested?
Oh, you mean what's it worth?
In a manner of speaking, yeah. You see, the bloke who owned it died, you know, and his widow's got it now. And naturally, it's got a bit of a sentimental attachment attached to it.
Claude.
It's all right, honest, Michael. It's perfectly legitimate.
Well, the price would depend on the condition.
It's in tip-top condition. I mean, it's not been used for years.
Oh, well, in that case, I could go up to something like, £100.
£100? Is that all?
When can I see you? How about Thursday?
What, this Thursday?
Well, I'm only in these parts till the end of the week. Meet you in here, shall I? About 12?
12 o'clock on Thursday? Yeah, right. Don't worry.
That was the last bus. Now what are we gonna do? Well, you know what they say, don't you?
What?
These boots are made for walking. And that's just what they'll do. Making bonkers. One of these days, these boots are gonna walk all over you. Do.
I think I've got a customer for the Sunbeam. If we play our cards right, I reckon it's about 20, 30 quid for it.
20 or 30 for that heap of old metal?
Yeah, but hey, keep it a bit sotto. Good night, Michael. Good night, Claude. Don't be late in the morning.
Nice, Bernie.
No.
It might need cleaning up.
Oh, well, no. Well, that's where Bernie comes in.
Oh, well, that depends.
Don't start moaning. You would have got to check it over. I'll see you right. Anyway, Sid, you better get home, and I'll come round and see you in the morning.
Well, I don't know what Ma's going to say.
Oh, if you don't tell her, she won't see you, will she?
Think you'll be all right?
He ain't gonna run out of petrol, is he?
Oh, my Lord! Sydney! Sid!
Looks like you've got a fracture there, Sid.
Oh, dear. Oh, I'm sorry, Ma.
Oh, so I should think, giving me a fright like that. I thought you were a goner lying there.
How is your head?
So.
Yeah, let's hope that'll knock a bit of sense into him at last.
I expect they'll want to keep you in hospital for observation.
They can't. What about farm?
Well, never mind about that for now.
Maggie. All right, Sid. We'll soon have you on your way.
Any sign of the driver?
No. It's Blaketon's car.
Oscar Blaketon's?
No, morning, Alf.
Any news then?
No, I've been trying to track him down all night.
You're quite sure he isn't in his house?
Yeah, I went down there twice. Here, toast?
No. All right, then.
Yeah, I even checked his car. It's been hotwired.
So it was stolen, then?
Yeah, it looks that way. But why didn't he report it? Answer me that.
Let's go and ask him. If we can find him, that is.
Morning, Mr. Blaketon.
Morning, Gladys.
Has Lizzy not sorted them papers yet?
I wouldn't be doing it myself if she had, now would I?
Are you sorry? Sorry. My alarm clock didn't go off and I was up late last night doing my homework.
I want no excuses, young lady. I want you here, on time.
I will be, I promise.
Well, get a move on then. Otherwise, you won't be finished in time for the school bus.
I will. I'll run.
Go on, love. What are you waiting for?
Do you think I could have this week's money today?
That's really up to Mr. Blaketon.
Oh, please.
Go on, then.
Are you still here? Out! Now!
Well, it looks normal enough to me. Hold on, Lizzy. Robbed the post office, have you?
Sorry, Mr. Ventress. I'm late. Mr. Blaketon's in a bit of a temper.
Oh, Mr. Blaketon.
Yes.
Well, it's nice to see you here.
Well, where else would I be? I got a business to run. Morning, Ventress. What can I do for you?
Well, it's about your car, Sarge.
Oh, what about it?
Oh, we found it.
Ah. Well, I must say I am impressed. I haven't reported it yet, and you've already found it.
It was stolen then, was it?
Yes, but I haven't had time to,
What time did you discover it missing?
Oh, this morning about 6 o'clock, I think. Yes, about 6 a.m.
It was involved in an accident last night. Pedal cyclist was injured. The car ran off the road into a wall.
Oh. Have you got the driver?
I'm afraid not. Must have legged it. So, where were you last night, Mr. Blaketon?
Well, I was here. No, that's not strictly true. I was representing Ashfordley Golf Club over at Whitby till about 9, 10 o'clock.
Well, that's strange. Because I popped round here just after 11 and about an hour after that. I couldn't get a reply.
Oh, must have slipped through it. I sleep pretty well after 18 holes of golf. We won the area cup.
Oh, congratulations, Sarge.
Thanks.
We'll need a statement in due course.
Yeah, I realise that.
I'll come back later then. Oh, I almost forgot. Do you want the good news?
What's that?
Well, your golf clubs, of course. They're safe.
All right, Bertie. No problem, Mr. Bradley. CID going to take a look at it, are they?
Yep. They should be down here tomorrow.
Have you done?
Yes, thank you. Can I pick up the bike at the same time?
Oh, going to mend it for him, are you?
Not his push bike, the Sunbeam. Sid said we could have it.
He never said out to me about that.
Probably slipped his mind.
You'll have to bring me cows in first.
Pardon?
They need milking. I can't do that with me arthritis.
I were never any good with cows. Tell you the truth, I've always been a bit scared of them.
Go on. Your dad kept cows.
I know, that's why I became a mechanic.
Don't talk daft. Anyway, you're not taking any bike till my cows have been milked. A constable will give you a hand.
I'm sorry, I've got rather a lot to do, Mrs. Lyons.
All you've got to do is open them gates. They know the way.
Back in there. This time, good for me.
Oh, the streams are swollen. Them doggies rolling rawhide. Through rain and wind and weather. Hell bent for leather. Wishing my gal was by my side. All the things I'm missing. Good victuals
Some things you never forget, eh, Bernie?
You can tell he's a farmer's son. T'other one did all right, too.
And now, if you'll excuse him, he's really got to go.
Right, Mrs. Lyons, we'd better have a look at this motorbike.
You've got a customer, then?
Well, I might have.
And what's he offering?
We haven't actually discussed that yet.
But whatever it is, you're going to split it with our Sid. Is that the arrangement?
Well, sort of, yes.
Well, I wouldn't want to take Sid's share, but I think it would be best if we split it 3 ways, don't you?
Yeah.
Come on, I'll show you the bike.
Well, where's the Sunday?
You have to look for it.
Well, you mean it's somewhere amongst this lot?
Well, it's all there. Help yourself.
And Sid said it just wanted a bit of work doing on it.
I'm off.
Hey, no, you're not. There's 30 quid's worth amongst his lot somewhere.
Sorry, Alf. But I think he's lying.
Never.
He's covering something up.
Look, Mike, we're talking about Oscar Blaketon. Our Sergeant Blaketon.
Listen, he left Whitby Golf Club at about 10 o'clock. We know that from the steward.
Right.
And the journey back to Aidensfield takes, what, about half an hour? Probably less at that time of night?
He said the accident happened at 10:45.
Which doesn't leave enough time for him to get home, someone to nick his car, drive up to Burley Top's farm, and knock Sid Lyons off his bike.
Well, maybe whoever nicked it was waiting for Blaketon to come home.
Why do you want to do that, Phil?
Well, there must be another explanation.
Yeah, there is. The car wasn't nicked.
I thought you said it had been hot-wired.
Yeah, it looked like it had been. I mean, the wires have been pulled out, but...
And you think Blaketon did that? To make it look...
Oh, this is plain stupid. Anybody could have had an accident.
Yeah. Yeah. But failing to report it, that's a serious offence.
He'd never do that.
What if he was trying to cover up something worse? Like driving over the limit?
Mike, you're barking up the wrong tree. Oscar Blaketon, he barely touches the stuff.
OK, why don't you tell me what happened then? Because as I see it, our Oscar's facing prosecution.
Soft golden toffee in a milk chocolate cup. Do you love anyone enough to give them your last Rolo?
I will give you the freedom to choose. I will make it as simple as ABC. I will save you money. I will promise you outstanding levels of service. And because, as Norweb, I already supply 2 million homes and businesses with gas and electricity, you can be sure I will never let you down. I am energy from Norweb, the future of gas and electricity supply in Britain.
Diana, a glorious film tribute. This best-selling hour-long ITN video, narrated by Trevor McDonald, is being given away by the Daily Mail absolutely free for every reader. Don't miss this magnificent free offer. Start by picking up your Daily Mail tomorrow.
Who would I most like to have a one-to-one with? Tanya on checkout 21. I tell her about my new mobile phone. Up to you. You can buy one just as easily as buying your bananas. I use vouchers for my calls. And you're free because there are no bills or contracts to sign. Oh, if I could have a one-to-one with Tanya, I'd ask her out.
Up to you. The new pay-as-you-go mobile phone service.
Here's a taste of Campbell's new hearty minestrone soup. Delicious, wasn't it? You get more out of Campbell's.
Oh, do you mind if I borrow these? No. And these? No. And this? No. Good morning. It's about my grandson. I want to put his name down for your school.
Madam,
Not that I want to unfairly influence you, but I'm sure you might find a use for these.
The Tesco Computers for Schools scheme is back. But now you only have to spend £10 to get a voucher on groceries and petrol.
Entrance here is purely on the basis of academic excellence.
I was hoping that was the case. See? And he isn't eaten too.
Tesco Computers for Schools. Every little helps.
I can give you the choice of gas bills with no standing charge. Phone 0800 555 888 now.
Harry. We just need a simple statement about what time you got home and that sort of thing.
I do know the form, Bradley. I've drafted one out. I think you'll find I've included everything you need.
Yeah, that seems to be fine. Oh, there is just one thing that's bothering us, Mr. Blaketon.
Oh, and what's that?
Well, if you got back here at about 10:30 and the accident happened just after that, then your car must have been stolen, well, just as soon as you parked it.
Are you implying I was driving the car when the accident occurred?
No, but it's just that... Well, it doesn't make sense, does it?
It's clear to me. I parked the car was stolen, the accident happened. Have you lot gone woolly-headed since I retired?
No, all I'm saying is that whoever nicked your car must have been close by when you came home. I mean, did you notice anything strange? Anyone hanging about?
If I had seen anyone hanging around, I'd have said so. Now, will that be all?
I can't. My mama blow a top. Oh, tell her you missed the bus. We can catch the 5 o'clock.
Oh, it's all right for you. Your mum don't get home till 6 o'clock.
Oh, come on. It will be a laugh. I'll back you up to your mum.
All right, then. You talked me into it.
Since I was a young boy, I made a silver one so about the bright. I must have played along. I ain't seen nothing like him in any amusement hall. That deck don't like him. Sure plays a mean pinball.
Give her another chance, Mr. Blaketon.
She's had enough chances already.
Don't be too hard on the girl. I know you're worried about this business with your car and that.
I'm not worried about this business with my car. Cars get stolen all the time. I'm just one of the lucky ones who gets his back.
Morning.
Maggie.
Everything all right?
Yes. What can I do for you?
Well, I haven't had my nursing times this week. Just wondered whether it was in yet.
Sorry. Sorry. I overslept. Sorry, Mr. Blaketon.
Sorry's not good enough, young lady. I told you yesterday to pull your socks up.
It won't happen again, I promise.
I know. I'm not giving you another chance. You're sacked.
Please, Mr. Blaketon.
Lizzy? Lizzy, you all right? Oh. Lay down, that's it. Gently does it. Oscar?
Now, Bernie, how's it going?
You're looking at a minor miracle considering what I've had to work with. There must be at least 3 bikes in that lot. Trust I'm getting well paid for this, Claude.
I wish you'd stop moaning. I'll make sure you get a few bob.
Few bob?
All right, I'll cut you in. It'll make it a 4-way split. Well, when are you going to stick the rest on?
The front forks must be up at the farm still. Is there much left up there?
Plenty on it, but I thought I brought all the sunbeam.
Well, it'd be easy if you brought the lot down.
Well, you haven't got a temperature, so it doesn't look like an infection. What did you have to eat last night, Lizzie?
Sausage, beans and chips.
Any breakfast today?
I didn't feel like it.
So had you been feeling faint this morning?
Not really. Just a bit off colour. And then when Mr. Blaketon started talking to me, I just...
Have you ever fainted before, Lizzy?
No.
I'll do a blood test to make sure you're not anemic, but I think we should just get you home. No school for you this morning.
Do you want something?
It's about your car insurance.
What about it?
I'd like to check it, please. And your licence.
Well, they're both in order. What are you worried about?
I'm not worried about anything. It's Mrs. Lyons. She's concerned about the mending of the wall.
Well, I expect my insurance will pay up eventually. Meanwhile, you can tell her that I'll cover the costs of the repairs.
It's not quite as simple as that. Paying for the damage is normally seen as an admission of responsibility, Mr. Blaketon.
Is that right? Well, I'm not responsible, Bradley. I just feel sorry for her, that's all.
Well, I'll still need to see your documents. You know the form.
Oh, playing it by the book, are we?
You wouldn't want me to bend the rules just for you now, would you?
Well, if you call into the post office later, I'll produce them for you.
Right. Oh, and by the way, you haven't had any second thoughts about that statement, have you?
Jean, it's me. Can you talk? Yes, I know. But look, this is urgent. I've got to see you.
How's it going?
Nearly done. The car's sound, so no problem there.
Any luck with the fingerprints?
2 clear sets on the steering wheel.
Really?
And if one of them's Blaketon's, the other one must be the thief's.
Right, thanks.
Did you find them front forks?
Yeah, they're there somewhere. I brought the lot, it's on the lorry.
Is this it, then? The sunbeam?
Well, what there is of it, aye.
It'll be beautiful when it's finished.
It'll have to be. Can't see that bloke coughing up 100 knicker for that.
100?
Well, that's what he said, isn't it, Claude?
Thank you.
Hey, Bradley.
Yeah?
You don't happen to know whether old Blaketon's on any medication, do you?
No, I don't. He does have a heart condition, though.
We found these under the passenger seat. I'll need to confirm what they are. Look, they got lettering on them.
If I describe some pills, could you identify them for me? I'm pretty sure I've seen them before.
I'll try. What do they look like?
They're light blue and dark blue capsules with an MX on them.
Mm-hmm. What did you think they were?
Mandrax?
You're right. Sleeping pills.
Are you Oscar Blaketon's GP?
Yes? Why?
You may feel this information to be confidential, but can you tell me if he's been prescribed them recently? No, look, I understand. Let me put it this way. If Mandrax capsules are being handed around in the area, then we could have a problem. But if they've been prescribed to Mr. Blaketon, then, well, we know where they've come from.
I see. Excuse me. No. No, he hasn't been prescribed Mandrax, so we could have a problem.
I'm sorry about this. I wouldn't have called, but I thought it was important.
It's all right. Now then, what are you worried about?
Well, it's this business with the car. They want to know where it was stolen from and why I didn't report it.
What have you told them?
Well, nothing really. I'm just trying to make them think it was taken from outside the post office. But Bradley doesn't believe me, and he won't let go.
Oh dear. I've put you in a spot, haven't I?
It's the other way around. I made a mess of things. Haven't been thinking straight.
Don't be silly. If you didn't have me, you wouldn't have the problem.
If I didn't have you...
What?
Dunno, really.
Oh, Oscar. You are a lovely man. Here I am about to destroy your reputation and... You're going to have to tell them the truth. That's all there is to it.
I don't give tuppence about my reputation. It's you I'm worried about. I promise. I'll do everything I can to keep you out of this. But it won't be easy.
But is it finished?
Well, it's finished. But there is a slight problem.
What problem?
Well, I think there might be a bit of an AJS in there somewhere.
I think you might be right. But you're the expert. You must have known you were sticking the wrong stuff on.
Well, I did my best with what you provided.
Well, you better have another look at what I provided, because it's all in there somewhere. Don't start that game, just get it finished.
Mrs. Tyler! Mrs. Tyler, come quick, please!
What is it? What's happened?
It's Lizzy, quick!
Oh, my God. Oh, please, God. No.
Drugs? In Blaketon's car?
Mandrax. They're prescribed as a sleeping pill, but mix them with a bit of alcohol, and believe me, they can make you very drunk very quickly.
Well, has he been prescribed them?
No, I checked. So they must have come from whoever nicked the car.
Yes. Well, they're already doing the rounds. Phil's been at Dimitri's diner. The owner reckons that 2 youngsters have been selling drugs. What did the CID say when they found them in Blaketon's car?
Well, they didn't know for sure what they were, so they've sent them off to division for analysis.
Have you told Blaketon?
No, I didn't know how to handle that one.
Well, don't tell him. Leave it to me. Can you go and pick him up?
What's the matter with her?
It looks like she's taken an overdose of something. Will you call an ambulance, Mrs. Tyler? What happened, Babs? Look, I know you've been drinking, but I need to know what else Lizzy's taken.
I don't know.
This is serious. She could die if you don't tell me. Now, what has she taken?
I think it's diabolical. They should have locked him up by now.
But what if it wasn't Blaketon driving the car?
Even if it was, this isn't quite the time to be having this conversation, Sid.
What? Well, someone's got to say it, and I've got as good a right as anyone.
Yeah, I'm sure you have, but I honestly think you're barking up the wrong tree.
Gina. Same again, please.
Well, you've changed your tune a bit, haven't you?
Blaketon might be capable of a lot of things, most of which he's done to me, but I honestly don't think he'd walk away from an accident.
Hiya, Mike.
Hi, Gina. Has Mr. Blaketon been in by any chance?
Yeah, he's in the snug.
Right, thanks.
Oh, it's you.
Mr. Blaketon, could you come down to the station with me, please?
What, now?
Yes, please.
What for?
Alf Ventress needs to ask you a couple of questions.
Can't it wait till morning?
I'm afraid not. It's really quite urgent.
What are you mucking about at? I thought you were going to finish the sunbeam.
I think we've had a stroke of luck.
Let's hope it's good.
Very good. I found this amongst all the other bits of junk you brought down.
Yeah, well?
Well, it's off a Bruff Superior, and we've got the rest of it.
Yeah, well?
Well, they go for about 300 quid.
There. I think we can forget the sunbeam then.
I think maybe the best thing is if you tell me exactly what's going on.
Well, I don't follow you.
Well, I'm talking about making false statements and obstructing the police in the execution of their duty.
Every word in that statement I made is true.
Well, it might not actually be false, but it's certainly intended to be misleading.
Well, I'm sorry, Alf. Don't know what you mean. I stand by my statement.
CID found drugs in your car when they've taken them off to division. Now, Mike Bradley's a smart lad, and he knows what they found before they do. And you've got a chance to tell me what you're trying to hide, because when they've analysed it at division, CID is going to be crawling all over this business. And I don't think that this is going to fool them.
Drugs? What drugs?
Mandrax. Lizzy Tyler's having her stomach pumped out in hospital at the moment after an overdose. I want to know how they got into your car and where they came from. Well, you're going to come clean with me or with CID?
The car wasn't nicked in Aidensfield.
Where was it?
Whitby.
Whereabouts?
Grafton Road.
And when did you realise it was missing?
6 o'clock the next morning.
You spent the night there? Well, why didn't you report it?
I was with a friend. Didn't want her involved.
Who?
Oh, come on, Alf, please.
Well, I have to know.
Jean Ashdale.
Jean Ashdale. As in Mrs. Jean Ashdale?
Yes.
As in Chief Inspector Ashdale's missus?
Yes.
Gentlemen, we have another phenomenon. It exists. The Citroen Saxo VTR. Oh, it's the legend, all right. It comes with sunroof, electric windows, remote central locking, and driver's airbag. But this is where it gets weird. Really weird. It comes with 2 years free insurance.
The Citroen winter phenomenon. Now there's something in its area.
Now this gentleman is abominable.
When we ran out of petrol, we were rescued by the local priest, who insisted that we stay overnight. When I offered to pay, he laughed and said all we owed him was a promise to return.
Nobody ever goes to Cyprus, just once.
This is dandruff. Take a close look, because this could be the last time you see it if you start using this. Nizoral Dandruff Shampoo is a treatment that's different from others you've bought before. It's specifically formulated to actually kill the yeast, which scientists now know can be a leading cause of dandruff. And it's effective, so you'll only use it once a week. Nizoral Dandruff Shampoo could be dandruff's last call.
Now, millions of customers will be able to reduce their gas bills by around 15% with British Gas. To find out what you could save, call 0645 55 55 15.
To help protect your skin from drying out.
And getting sore from your cold.
Vicky!
I was daydreaming.
We got you these.
They help protect the skin around your nose.
They're different to those dry tissues.
Feels like there's something on it.
It's a special balm, Ultra Balm.
Kleenex Ultra Balm tissues leave behind a microfine balm with calendula to help protect your skin from drying out.
I didn't need protecting from him.
Kleenex Ultra Balm comes between you and the discomfort of a cold.
You may be confident about your whites, but what about the tough areas? We're going to take a closer look with the Dares Close-Up Challenge. How are you, ladies? Do you want to know who uses Dares? So, how long have you been using Dares?
Years.
Yeah, why'd you use it?
Because I think, you know, just a trick.
Yeah?
Kids, yeah. She's one for dropping all the dinner everywhere. He's just an out-and-out tramp, aren't you, Joseph, eh? Everything goes on that shirt, doesn't it? Daz does the trick.
You seem very confident about your young man's shirt. Would you like to show that to our camera?
Yeah, move your tie out the way. Go on, flip over your shoulder.
Wow, fantastic. Are you confident enough to take the Dares Close-Up Challenge? This
Yeah.
lady was. Yes. Yeah.
That's better now, isn't it?
Well, like it or not, she's involved.
Well, I'd appreciate some help on this, Alf.
I'll help if I can. But I have to know where we stand. How long has this been going on?
A couple of years, maybe. Just happened. Gradually. Both needed a bit of company, a bit of companionship. D.I. Ashdale, he's never at home these days. Even when he is, they hardly have two words to say to each other. Kids grown up, left home, you know what it's like.
Well, I've got an imagination.
Just started with the odd game of golf. Quiet dinners together. We used to find places where we knew he wouldn't be recognized. Oh, listen to me. I'm talking as if it's already over. Oh, I suppose it is.
Well, that's between the two of you, isn't it?
Is it? No strings, that's what we said. Just stealing time together. That's the way she wanted it. And when you find someone you really want to be with, you go along with them. That's what I did. Now this has happened.
Well, you'll have to make a new statement, and she'll have to make a statement confirming that she was with you on the night in question. Would you like me to go and see her?
It's the last thing she'd want. Police car turning up at her house.
I'm sorry, I'm only trying to help.
No, I'll go and see her. Talk to her. And I'll bring her to the station.
Well, I'll keep things as quiet as I can.
Thanks.
How are you feeling, Lizzy?
All right.
Good. You had everybody very worried last night.
Sorry. I didn't mean to.
I need to know where you got those pills from.
I can't tell you. I promised.
Now, those are the sort of promises that don't count. You were lucky. You could have died. The next person mightn't be so lucky.
I got him in the calf. Near school.
Dimitri's diner. From two lads. Now we're going to catch them. But it's very important that we catch them as soon as possible. I need you to tell me their names.
Well, I made a right pig's ear of this, and you're the one that's going to suffer. I'm sorry.
It's not your fault. I chose to be with you. We've always known there was a danger of being found out.
You don't know how much it's meant to me. Past 2 years, knowing you.
Not just for you, Oscar. You made a difference to my life, too.
Well, I'd never have coped with all my problems without you to think about. I'd have been lost. Look, you don't have to say anything if you don't want to. You don't have to make a statement. Mark doesn't have to know.
But that would leave you in a very difficult situation.
I'll manage, somehow.
It's very sweet of you, Oscar. And very generous. But I can't accept. Maybe it's time Mark and I faced up to things. I've known for years that he's been playing away, but we've never talked about it. In for a penny, eh? Come on. Let's go and get it over with.
We've got two names, Joey Sharp and a sidekick called Frank. We've no address, other than the Meadow Estate. Well, that's a start. Now, we know that they picked up the drugs on Tuesday night, and assuming that they were the ones that stole the car, we know that the drugs must have come from the same area of Whitby.
Hang on a second, Alf. Wasn't the car stolen in Aidensfield?
No, it wasn't. Now, we think that the drugs came off a boat in Whitby. So what I want you to do is to go to the Meadow Estate, find Frank and Joey, and find if there's a link between them and a boat in Whitby.
Just a couple of questions, Alf.
What?
How come Blaketon's car was stolen in Whitby?
It's a long story, and I'll tell you later. Yes?
What's Mrs. Ventress been putting in your porridge?
Hop it.
That looks nice. Have you used the right bits this time?
Do you mind?
Well, you seem to have knocked it together pretty quick.
I've been up all night working on it. Had one of the lads helping me. It's going to cost a fortune in overtime.
Yeah, I'm sure it is. Don't worry, as soon as it's sold, you can give him a good bonus.
Eh?
Yeah, I thought that didn't make you sit up and take notice. Well, will you have it completely done by dinner time?
Yeah, well, I should think so.
Don't think so, know so. I'll go and tell Gina to send Mr. Fowles over. Ah, it's something like that.
Oh, Ventress. This is Mrs. Ashdale.
Good morning, Mrs. Ashdale. I'm sorry to ask you in, but we need a statement.
I quite understand. Shall we get on with it? What exactly do you need?
Oh, just a simple statement, confirming that you were with Mr. Blaketon on the night in question. Time you arrived, time you left.
Joseph Sharp?
No. Well, that's very funny because your neighbour said Joey Sharp lived here.
What do you want? Just a chat.
You won't mind us coming in then, will you?
Sit down! It's Frank, right?
What is this? Joey.
You've got a lot of matchboxes, Joseph.
Yeah? Well, I collect them.
Well, you've got an awful lot of swaps then, haven't you?
Look, you've got no right to be here.
Nothing to hide, have you?
No.
Look, don't mess about. Joey, where's the Mandrax?
What Mandrax?
Lizzy Tyler overdosed last night. She's in hospital now, and you put her there.
No, we didn't.
Shut up!
How are we supposed to know she'd take that much? You stupid.
It doesn't matter now, does it?
Well, I'm glad that's over.
Well, our Ventress is all right. He'll keep it to himself.
I'm sure he will. But he can't keep our statements to himself, can he?
No, they'll have to go to CID.
Mark's lot. And won't they have a lovely time? Can't you imagine?
Yes, I'm afraid I can.
It's spoilt now, isn't it?
I'm sorry, Jean. Truly sorry.
So am I.
So, what do we do now?
I don't know. I might go and visit my sister down in Guildford. I need a little time.
Right.
What have we got here?
Josie Sharp, Frank Collins, and 1 bag of Mandrex capsules.
Oh, excellent. I want one of them taken into the interview room, I want another in the office, and I want a full statement, fast.
Around where the petrol goes in, it's all... Oh, hello, Mr. Folt. Can I introduce my associates? This is Sid Lines and Bernie Scripps.
You've got the sunbeam, then?
Oh, I've got something better than that. A Bruff Superior. What do you think?
Looks a good one.
I thought you'd like it. What do you think it's worth?
This could be my bike.
Oh, well, it can be as soon as you pay for it. We thought about 350.
That's not what I'm saying. This is my Bruff. This was stolen from me 15 years ago.
You are?
You better call the police.
Well, don't look at me. They were my dad's bikes, not mine.
Come on, lads. Get these reports finished.
What's the rush?
I want to clear this lot off our desks. Ashfordley Police. Right, we'll get someone over as soon as we can. Thank you.
There you go, Alf. Signed and sealed.
And there's mine.
Right, Phil, I want you to take the patrol car and take this lot off the division as fast as you can.
So come on, Alf. Give.
What?
Why was Blaketon's car in Whitby the night it was stolen, and why didn't he tell us?
Let's say cherchez la femme and leave it at that.
Cherchez la... Blaketon?
Yes, and that's by way of an explanation, not an instruction, so drop it.
D.S. Watson, who's in charge?
Alf Ventress.
Are those drugs in the stolen car?
Yes.
CID are taking over the case.
Oh, that. No. No, we've sorted that out. We caught the lads red-handed. Case closed. I'm sorry you've had to come all this way.
Well, can I see a file?
Oh, sorry, Sarge. The file's already gone to division. I think you'll find all the information you require is there. Signed confessions, the lot. Well, there's no need for you to hang around. All right, Phil. Off you go.
Right. That's that, then. Better get over to division in the morning.
Oh, I almost forgot. There's something right up your street. Over on your patch. It's something about a stolen motorbike.
Here are the engine numbers and the frame number. They all match.
Is that right, Bernie?
Aye.
Well, it all seems pretty straightforward to me. Mr. Foles has recovered his stolen property. Where was it found?
In Sid's barn.
And how did it get there?
I don't know. Dad were always messing about with bikes. I don't know how he came by them.
Will there be a reward?
Oh, there will not.
What about the sunbeam? Will you be wanting that?
If it was the genuine article, I might be interested. But somebody seems to have put half an AJS in it. I'll collect the bruff later.
I'd just like to take a few more details.
All that overtime.
All that money in me back barn, and I never knew.
What are we going to do with that?
Won't you climb on it and ride off into the sunset?
Oh, that's nice.
Compared to my first thought, it is.
I thought you'd like to know the latest.
Take a seat. Would you like a whiskey?
Oh, ciao.
Right then. Let's have it.
Well, we've got the lads who stole your car.
Oh, good.
They missed the last bus to Ashfordley and they found your car with the quarter lights open.
Oh, dear, oh, dear.
Well, they made full confessions about taking your car.
So when did you get these confessions?
This morning. Just after you and Mrs. Ashdale had made your statement.
Suppose you'd call that ironic.
Maybe.
Have all the statements gone to division?
Yes. But I thought the lads' statements were so complete. CID didn't need to have this.
But these are...
Yes. Yours and Mrs. Ashdale's statement. I thought it was best for you to have them back. Put her mind at rest. Nobody else knows.
Oh. I just don't know what to say.
Say now.
Yorkshire Tea, sponsoring Heartbeat, a real taste of Yorkshire.